Hi, and welcome to ATONIA Styles and Trends with the latest update on fashions, trends, great ideas, and of course, what's hot and what's not.
I would like to first of all thank everyone for coming out and supporting my new line, and hopefully there'll be many more good things to come. Thank you very much.
You go, guys.
I'm with Desiree Williams, who designs the ties for Malik 21. And Desiree, a beautiful lady herself. Tell me about how you come up with the creations.
Well, we try to look at the demographics in the market, what's going on, and we understand that paisleys are slowing down. Stripes are not as interesting anymore. And with a sports person and novelties and neckwear being so strong, we're like, Malik's a natural. And with him being such a tasteful character, not a more avant-garde type of jock, he's an educated black man, very successful, very talented, very well-spoken. It was a crisp idea.
I understand that you went to design school with Malik's brother, Des. Tell us about that.
Well, Malik and I, we took the associate's program in menswear design, and from there I went off for my bachelor's in product development. And over the past 10, 12 years, and don't try to get my age here, we've always became close. We would always network in the industry whenever someone moved on to women's wear or baby wear or anything. Even when I went abroad to go to Europe for a while, we'd always keep in contact with one another, and it was our hope and our dream that someday we too would get together and start a fashion company.
Let me ask you something. You started out with ties. What is the future like for Malik 21? What is coming up next, especially in '94?
Well, Malik has out displayed today some prototypes, some shirts he'd like to do going forward. We're also looking into licensing. Next fall, we're going to expand the haberdashery collection, not just going to clothing, but we're going to start doing formal wear accessories. We're going to talk like cufflinks and sports motifs, things that men can identify with and are not going to be anything less than just like wonderful, rich conversationals. So when they put their hand down, you see their French cuff. They will have something to discuss, you know?
I find that these are quality. As you can see, the ties are just absolutely exquisite. We can find these in better department stores.
Yes, one of our bigger accounts today that we just received was from Rochester's Big and Tall Men's, and that represents 16 stores. So that's very, very complimentary to us because it's a very better men's shop for Big and Tall Men.
When can we expect to see these items, Malik 21 fashions, in the department stores?
Spring of '94.
Price ranges. I know everyone's interested. Oh, I have to get a Malik 21 tie. What is the price range?
A variety is going to retail between $20 and $60. So we're going to try to cover the market between specialty store, department store, as well as a wonderful thing that originally he is doing for this season, that these sporting goods stores are even interested in, hey, this is a very clean tie. We love this. Maybe we should carry this as another item that the men can pick up. That's not just going to go for weekend wear with the active wear, warm-ups, and the balls, but hey, let me just take it into the week as well. I should have a tie there. So that's very exciting for us. No one's ever thought of doing that for sporting goods before.
You know, what I was saying earlier was one of the most important items in a man's wardrobe is the tie. As a designer, what other advantages in a man's tie would the men out there want to know about putting his wardrobe together? What could you add to that?
Personality, and that's where Malik comes in, because anyone could be a paisley, anyone could be a stripe. You're not going to actually win any points, and you know a man, as soon as they put a tie on, they immediately straighten up. They put that blazer, that shoulder points on, and I'm serious business, I'm not playing. So that adds some personality to them. It's an icebreaker. If you're going on an interview or something, that's like, hey, you're into baseball? Hey, you're into basketball? That's just a wonderful help, and it gives them a lot of confidence that they're not just one in a million, that type of thing. They look more special.
Desiree, it has been a true pleasure. Thank you for your time. And once again, look for Malik 21 ties as well as sportswear in 1994. Thanks.
Okay, thanks very much.
Malik, tell me what prompted you to start the Malik 21 sportswear company.
Well, fashion has been an interest of mine even long before I started playing basketball. And I always thought to myself, I want to have my own line of clothing. I want to dress myself. I want someone to say, well, that's nice. Who's that by? And I say, well, it's by me. And I think that was a major drive. And fashion has really been in my family for a number of years. And I've been related to the fashion field indirectly through my mother and brother for a number of years.
What's the future like for Malik 21? Of course, we're seeing your ties today, but in the fall of 1994, what should we expect from Malik 21?
Well, we're possibly looking for licensees to carry shirts, and this is a prototype of the type of shirts we'd like to do. We want to do some more casual type shirts that are fun. We also want to move into men's dress clothes as far as suits, slacks. We also want to do men's boxers, and I want to develop an entire Malik Sealy line of haberdashery.
You know, I must compliment you because it's a very classy line of items. Everything is just very exquisite. But I also understand you have a love for entertainment. Is that correct?
Well, I kind of sing, but I don't sing well. That's as far as my love for the entertainment field goes. I think if I wasn't playing basketball and into fashion, that I could maybe take some singing lessons and possibly be a singer. But I get a lot of complaints from people who hear my voice when I try to croon.
Well, okay, you're a basketball player, and if those of you who don't know, you should know Indiana Pacers. You have this Malik 21 sportswear company, but you also are vice president of K.D.W. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I'm moving into the entertainment field as well. K.D.W. is a production company that is going to manage groups, and eventually we're going to look into having our own label and look for us. We're an up-and-coming company, and hopefully things are going to go well.
It's been a pleasure. I am so lucky. I'm here with Malik Sealy for Malik 21. Look out for it in 1994. Thanks, Malik.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Rick Wilson modeling one of the Malik 21 designer ties. Rick, why don't you give us a front view, please, of the tie? Full front. Thank you, darling. Now, 3/4 shot. As you can see, they're very exquisite ties. Look for them in February or March of 1994. And also, the label. Now, we've met Malik Sealy, but let's meet Des Sealy, his brother, partners in Malik 21. And Des, I understand you are a fashion designer. You've been in the fashion industry for a long time.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Tell me more about that.
Well, when I was a very young child, in the first grade, I used to see my mother. She used to make clothes for us, and I was always amazed by the fact that when I went to sleep, we had fabric on the table, and I woke up, and it was a finished garment. So in the first grade, I said, "Ma, teach me how to sew." I didn't really learn how to sew really well until I got in the 7th grade. I was trying to date a young lady, and I was being, I was actually flirting, and I mentioned that I was a very talented sewer, and I was lying to her, and so I had to really back up what I said to this young lady, and from that point on, I started sewing literally every single day. I mean, it was like a passion for me. I was really obsessed with sewing, and I would say by the time I was in 9th grade, I could literally sew something that looked like it came out of Bloomingdale's or Saks Avenue.
From what I understand, you went to Fashion Institute of Technology?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What did you design first? What was your first professional line, let's say? Or what companies did you work for?
Well, I've never really, to be honest with you, worked in terms of doing the whole line. I've worked in different parts of the business. Even though I got involved with it, at a young age, I got kind of burned out. I really wanted to experience other parts of the industry, so I really wanted to do the sewing. I've done the pattern making. I've worked in design. The closest I've ever really done in terms of designs with a company called Itemize, where I was an assistant designer at Itemize. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at one of my lady I worked underneath just walked in the door. But for the most part, I've worked in every particular part of the business. As I said, from pattern making to sample making to designing to production. So I wanted to do it all because eventually I wanted us to have our own business. I didn't know Malik was going to go professional and we could do it, with this type of flair, but it worked it all well.
So whose idea was it to start Malik 21?
It was a cooperative effort.
Okay.
We discussed it, and Malik thought about it when he was in his college. And to be honest, I attempted to do something like this while Malik was in college. However, when you're starting a new enterprise, if you don't have the funds, let's say, to deliver goods, it can be a problem. We always had acceptance for our goods, but when it came to deliver the product, it was hard to get the funds. now that we have Malik and he's part of this whole group, and he has a very nice, very good designs, it's not a problem for us.
So the response seems to be great. I mean, I'm looking at the people here and everyone who's really very into what you're doing. The response is wonderful.
Yes, it is, and I'm very happy about it. I'm happy like shows like yours have come down to basically look at our line, and I really am appreciative. Hopefully this will do some good publicity for us. Okay.
Well, and let me just ask you, did you and your brother grow up dressing like this? So classy and studious. Tell me.
I have to be honest with you. We changed. You see me on a Sunday, I'm wearing some jeans and sometimes T-shirts. For me, as I said, since it's been in our family such a long period of time, when I was much younger, I was always into the suit jackets, shirts. As I got older, I wanted to experiment with different things, Plus, growing up in the Bronx, most of your friends don't sew, and you're not in the fashion show. I want to hang out with my friends that play basketball, and they don't dress that way, so I had to throw on my T-shirts, my jeans, stuff like that. So I changed back and forth.
Des, thank you for taking this time out with me. I'm going to let you get back to this fabulous party, and good luck with Malik 21.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. Now we've met Malik and we've met Des, but let's not leave out their mother. I mean, it's just wonderful. You must be so proud of your sons and what they're doing.
I'm very excited and happy for them. I try to avoid the word pride because pride goes before a fall. I've said that all my life, but I certainly am happy and excited for them, yes.
I understand that you were in the fashion business as well. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I originally, I've sewn since I was a very, very young girl, so that's over 25 years, I'll admit to that much. And much later, as a matter of fact, I was investigating one of my sons attending FIT, and during the course of the conversation, the young lady said there was a menswear department, and would I be interested? So I said yes. So I attended, graduated, and curiously enough, went into women's wear, where I worked for about 10 years, largely as a production manager,
Are you still in the fashion business? That's another thing that I'm sure our audience wants to know as well. Do you work with your sons, or are you starting maybe a separate little company somewhere?
No, I work with my sons. They have made me the CFO, which means I largely oversee the financial end of it. I work out the licensing agreements. If there are licensing agreements, I make appointments for them and look into all the business side of the company.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the line in the near future, and I'm sure all of our viewers are as well. Mrs. Sealy, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm here now with Kesley Spots, who dresses the sports figures. Now, Kesley, how do you get a job like that? How do you dress the sports figures? Tell me how you got started.
Well, I started out with Hart Marks Corporation, men's manufacturer in Chicago, and I just noticed that there was a void in the marketplace for better clothing for big and tall men. From that idea, I decided to open my own business called Total Image Custom Clothing. It's a very unique. It's a full-service wardrobe consulting business, and I work with different designers to provide clothing to my clients on a made-to-measure basis.
Do the clients come to you, or do you seek them out?
A little of both. I work with clients by appointment, and it encompasses a number of things, sitting down and looking at swatches and really providing them with a variety of clothing, unlike any other better clothing, unlike something that they might find in a big and tall retail store or from one designer. So it's a very unique concept, and it's something that a lot of people are starting to understand, that big and tall men want better clothing too. They want to look stylish, they want to look nice, and those designers that I'm working with have envisioned the potential for this kind of.
Do others come to you besides just sports figures? What about just the regular male out there who'd love for some wardrobe consulting? Are you out of New York?
I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
So can one look you up at an 800 number? Or
An 800 number? I definitely do.
That's Kesley Spots.
Image Custom Clothing.
God. But how long have you been doing this?
This is my first year of business. Yes.
And it seems to be going well. I can even tell in your face that it's going well. So, okay, a sports figure comes to you and they sit down and is it
And
usually?
like you said, it doesn't have to be a sports figure.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
Any type of businessman or big and tall man in general that might have a need and has the desire and the means to purchase better clothing.
Do you give them an image? Because obviously it's the title of your company, but you also give them style and probably go from sportswear to evening and the whole gamut.
Special events from weddings. I provide that kind of service so that they can look just right for that, that special event.
It must be an interesting position. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Nice talking to you. Take care. This has been ATONIA Styles and Trends. See you next week.
Hi, I'm Malik Sealy from the Indiana Pacers, and when I'm in New York, I watch CultureShare.